Ready to get the fit body of your dreams? Welcome to the FITBODY Podcast. I'm Jolie Laurie, an IFBB fitness pro, certified personal trainer, and nutrition coach. Back in 2004, I created one of the world's first online personal training programs and have helped thousands of women transform their bodies and their lives online ever since. I've been featured in fitness magazines worldwide and even competed on American Ninja Warrior. But my passion is helping women love both how they look and how they feel through balanced workouts and healthy eating. Welcome to the FITBODY Podcast. Do you ever feel like you're stuck in a rut with your protein and nutrition game? Today, I want to venture beyond the shaker and sprinkle a little bit of protein magic through our day. So for years, I have been cooking with protein powder. And in fact, more often than not, I will be eating my protein in a recipe rather than drinking a shake. So today I wanted to share with you some of my favorite protein powder recipes and answer some questions that I frequently get about cooking with protein. All right, so let's dive in. So apparently I am not alone in my love for cooking with protein. This is something that frequently women come to me and tell me that they're creating new recipes with their protein powder. And that's a great thing to do. Essentially, I want to talk through and highlight some of the ways that we can incorporate more protein in our diets. And cooking with your protein is a great way to do that. Contrary to some misconceptions, protein is not solely about muscle growth either. So protein, of course, plays a vital role in muscle growth, but also in lots of body functions like hormonal balance and overall well-being, which for a woman that is perimenopausal or a woman in menopause, that's huge. So hormone balance is really important. And I love that including more protein in your diet helps with that. One thing that I want to note as I talk about cooking with protein, it's important that you have a protein powder that is a blend. So a blend of whey, casein, egg white, something that's actually going to cook. You're not going to be able to do these things, unfortunately, with 100% whey isolate. So I have, for the last 20 years, used Beverly International Ultimate Muscle Protein that you can get at FITBODY.com. And that is truly my favorite protein powder in the world because not only can I cook with it, but it tastes awesome. So, okay, what you're looking for in a blend there is that it has both fast-absorbing proteins like whey, but it's also got casein that is going to give you that slower release and it's going to cook up. So it's going to thicken when you're cooking instead of getting thinner like whey would. So while this combination of protein, it can be in various protein powders, what stands out for me with UMP is its adaptability in different culinary contexts. Not to mention that it just tastes awesome. So anyhow, let me take you through some of my favorite ways to incorporate protein powder in your meals. One of the easiest things you can do is in the morning, put protein powder in your oatmeal. So very simple, half a cup of dry 100%, the dry old-fashioned oats. I put those in a bowl, add some either unsweetened 30 cal per 8 ounces almond milk or water, along with a scoop of my UMP protein, and mix that all together and microwave it for 1 to 2 minutes. Literally, that's all it takes. And you have a really awesome tasting, quick in and out breakfast that's protein packed and has a great balance of carbohydrates. So you've got those complex carbs along with your protein. If you want to add some healthy fats, toss in an ounce of almonds or walnuts as well. What I love is that this is going to give you a bit of sweetness in your oatmeal without any kind of added sugar. So I don't put sugar, brown sugar, honey, anything like that in oatmeal. I toss in a bit of the protein and that gives it the sweetness that I'm looking for, along with a lot of good nutrients. One of my most famous, I say that word with my air quotes, ways of using protein powder is in pancakes. A good 15 years ago, I found out that I could put my protein powder in pancakes and make one of my all-time favorite breakfasts. And since then, I am pretty convinced that most of my body is a protein pancake. But what I love to do is take and mix it together with either oatmeal or with like a Kodiak cake or really any kind of pancake mix. But most often I use oatmeal. So I will take a mixing bowl and put in half a cup of oatmeal, put some water in that and microwave it for 1 minute. So go ahead and get the oats saturated and cooked up a bit with the water. From there, I'll add in 1 to 2 scoops of along with a whole egg and 2 to 3 egg whites. So it's a really balanced way to have breakfast and all of this yumminess is together. So mix it in that mixing bowl. I go ahead, add a bit more water until it becomes like a batter, and then pour it into a skillet with a spray of Pam and make pancakes. In fact, actually, this recipe works super well if you have a waffle maker too. So a Belgian waffle maker, a little bit of Pam in there, adding the oatmeal, egg white mixture, along with maybe some cinnamon. One of the world's best breakfasts. If you have not tried this, you have to try it and leave some comments in here for me because I want to know what you think. Okay, so that's my protein pancakes, and I could probably spend another hour talking about those, but we'll move on. If you need a quick hit of protein, this is actually brilliant. One of my clients came to me one day and said, I am totally missing my creamer in coffee. And they didn't really have the calories to do like a tablespoon of whipping cream, which you could do as a healthy fat. But instead of doing like heavy whipping cream and sugar, she took 2 tablespoons of and put that into her coffee, and bam, a vanilla protein powder like that in your coffee gives you the creamer that you're looking for. So a little bit of sweetness, a little more creamy coffee. It is fantastic, okay? Not only are you going to get a little boost of caffeine with your coffee, but you're getting a hit of protein first thing in the morning too. So protein coffee, super easy, awesome, and it's a great replacement for like a heavy sugar coffee creamer. And I don't know about you, but I am one of those people who really want some kind of sweet taste after my meals, especially after dinner. I often save a scoop of my protein powder, and this is so simple, it's ridiculous. But I'll take a single scoop of protein after dinner, put it in a bowl, mix it with a little bit of water or with maybe like a half a cup, quarter cup of almond milk to create high protein pudding. And you vary the amount of water or the amount of almond milk you put in depending on the consistency that you would like. But it's such a great treat. And if you want something super decadent, take Greek yogurt, so the zero-fat Greek yogurt, and mix that along with some of your protein. So mixing those two together with a bit of water or a bit of almond milk, oh my goodness, I call that cheesecake. If you have not tried it, you are in for a treat. So super simple, toss in some berries with it, and you have a real treat there. So like a strawberry cheesecake protein powder. That's a really awesome way to end the night for me. So I'll sit with my tea and a book and read and eat my protein pudding, and I am super happy. And let's see. Oh, this is one that I love. When my son was younger, I would make for him, and actually I do this for my husband and I still, protein bars. So you can actually make homemade protein bars or what we call goo balls with protein. So you're going to mix that together with all kinds of ingredients. So things like peanut butter, like oats, like almonds, walnuts. You can mix these different ingredients together to create your own protein bar. And it's so much healthier than store-bought bars that have all kinds of preservatives in them. And of course, I have to share with you one of my very favorite protein powder recipes. So this is my protein powder chocolate chip cookies. Legitimately, I make chocolate chip cookies with my UMP protein. Okay, so here's how it goes. Preheat the oven. You're going to start with a scoop of protein. So I'll take in a large mixing bowl and put in a scoop of my UMP, along with a 1/4 cup of whole grain oat flour, along with a 1/4 cup of almond flour. Almond flour is awesome because it is a good healthy fat. It cooks similarly to a flour, like a regular wheat flour, but doesn't have the extra gluten in that. So whole grain oat flour along with almond flour and my UMP, mix those together with 2 to 3 egg whites, a dash of baking soda, and a bit of water. So mix that all together, and that gives you the batter portion of the cookies. For a treat, toss in a tablespoon or 2 of mini chocolate chips. So I like the tiny ones because they kind of spread out a bit more and still give you some of that chocolate chip flavor without so many calories. From there, you're mixing everything together, scooping them out into individual cookie sizes on a baking sheet and baking for about 8 to 10 minutes. So these cookies do bake up fast, so you have to keep an eye on them, but they are amazing. I can't even tell you. I would choose one of my protein cookies any day over a store-bought chocolate chip cookie. Okay, well, there are some of my favorite ways to cook with protein powder, and I would love to hear some of your ideas. So message me, add a comment in the comment section of this podcast, and let me know some of the creative ways that you like to cook with protein powder. Thank you for joining me for this episode of the FitBODY Podcast, and I will be back soon with more health and fitness information for women in particular. Thank you for joining me on the FitBODY Podcast. Looking forward to sharing more health and fitness information with you soon. Want more information about my online personal training for women or the world's best supplements in protein powder? Check out fitbody.com for more info.